Now we see how works the MIDI VMeter, the MIDI note visualizer. One is on the front and another, one is on the rear of the box and another on the front of the box. The rear and the front. Okay. On Ableton, we have set 2 clips with this pad. I launch this clip and the second clip. Okay, stop. How to set MIDI VMeter to see light during the HUMANIZER read the MIDI note sent by Ableton or sent by MIDI step sequencer here. First, I select firstly the MIDI note player on this part, on this 16 button pad with this button. Yes, MIDI note player. Okay. On Ableton, we have, I stop this clip, we have MIDI from HUMANIZER or Golden Priest, my MIDI controller, on the channel 3. The pad is on the channel 3, okay? And a second track MIDI note named MIDI note visualizer, a MIDI track, is a MIDI track for MIDI note visualizer, for MIDI note VMeter. Okay, I choose MIDI what the track receive the note, the MIDI note instrument. The MIDI note instrument is June 3. I select MIDI from June 3, and after I send the MIDI note to my MIDI controller, MIDI to MIDI controller on the channel 1. And don't forget to link the MIDI note visualizer track with another MIDI track, the MIDI track where the notes are played. Okay, so let's see. And the note and the MIDI VMeter note visualizer, the LED reacts during I play a note. So on each MIDI note on, light on, and MIDI note off, light off. Okay, and it works with this pad, with a MIDI track, a MIDI note read. The MIDI notes are sent by USB, by computer, and the software read the MIDI note send, and light is on during a reading or MIDI note on and MIDI note off. Okay, it works. I change the sound. It's not a good sound. Change the sound key. No. Bang, tune free, factory, K. What? Yes. Truth, trans, K, and I set precedently on my MIDI controller filter cutoff, and when I touch this potentiometer in the same time, I set the filter cutoff, and in the same time the MIDI note limiter works. If I choose to activate an arpeggiator, yes. Okay, good. It work. I stop arpeggiator. If I want to start or stop the arpeggiator, I set also I can set a MIDI button to set this button, for example, to start or stop this MIDI effect. Okay. So return to MIDI limiter. Notes are detected. Okay. I want now to change color. To change color, I use this button to change color. This button on the left of this part, and now it's red. Okay, purple, green, and yellow, another, and return to blue. I can it's possible to add another color to software, but I think it's this basic color is good to start to have fun, and this blue is beautiful. Yes, and the React is very correct. React is good during the note tone hours. Okay. After I integrate a second mode with MIDI limiter. Here you can see the light just on and off. A peak, it's just a peak, and I add a pulse mode, a fade mode of a light, just with play, previous press, push this button, and here it's more a fade, a pulse. It's a light during note is on, is progressive, less aggressive light. Okay, good. Two mode. I return to peak mode, to on off light, aggressive light. Okay. Now it's possible to also in second time to set MIDI limiter with the step sequencer. The step sequencer is on the channel 3, and I select the channel 2 for the step sequencer, and I select a drum rack, my drum rack here. Okay, bam, okay, drum rack. I set Golden Priest, my controller on channel 3, the step sequencer, channel 2 for the step sequencer. I select the track and I click here to link this track with my MIDI track for MIDI limiter. I select MIDI from where the notes are read. it's our sound, the note our sound on drum rack now. Track 5909 core kit, okay, and the notes are read by co-transmit by the controller, okay, and place note on the step sequencer on the timeline, okay, and we can see the light during the step sequencer work, during the notes are reading by the step sequencer, the light on and off. Place another note on the timeline and the light react with the step sequencer. Okay, let's work during play. Okay, change mode, and during the process I can change the light, the color of the light. Okay, good. Okay, great. Clear note. So how this part works with the light, the MIDI note visualizer, and we saw also how work this step sequencer, the step sequencer work with MIDI volumeter and setting on Ableton, and MIDI setting on Ableton. Just don't forget to link the track where the notes are sent on the controller. So just fun with light and the step sequencer. And change blue, it's good ready, go. And I change tempo and the note reading accel, it's more quick, and the LED react more, no, it's normal, more quickly. Go. Change during the process. Just to scalp or not. And if I choose a note scale during process, the MIDI note I read are different notes. The notes correspond of a scale correspond of a note in the drum rack. Okay, this is how react this way. So clear, and I just replace with the speed to light continue